Well, good morning, folks. You join me again today in the wonderful Wyre Forest. Winter's truly taken over now, but there's still a little bit of autumn colour clinging on. So we are in roughly the same place I came to last time, if you check out my last vlog. I don't plan to go wandering off looking for deer today, but you never know what you might find. My plan today is to follow the stream and see if I can get a shot of that elusive dipper that evaded me last time. So with that as a rough plan, obviously today I've come equipped with all my wildlife gear as usual, but I've also bought a very portable hide that I made some time ago. So if the dipper continues to elude me, I shall get the hide set up, get myself plotted up somewhere and see what we can do. But the forest looks fantastic today, so I've got a feeling we'll end up shooting a lot more landscape than we do wildlife. But you never know, we'll give it a go. Alright guys, I'll bring you back when I find something. Well, that was a fortuitous little encounter. I was just down by a small pond that's fed by the brook that runs through the valley here. Shooting a bit of B-roll of some mallards actually. But a robin came and dropped in and was checking on me, which is always quite cool. I like the little story that a robin's the visit of a loved one that's passed, which I think is quite cool. So a little bit of video, maybe a couple of pictures of the robin that came to visit me. Well folks, I'll bring you back to a nice little landscape scene that we found here. It's actually a waterfall that I've shot before, but I've never actually looked at it from this perspective. There's a bit less water over it than when I last photographed it. If you've seen the last vlog, you'll know the picture I'm talking about. But yeah, so basically we are looking top down on the waterfall, which is not normally a perspective I would go for, but in this instance it seems to work. So I've set it up. We've got a little bit less water over the waterfall, as I've said, and it's creating like an S curve through the scene. So if I bring you up here, there you go, look, you can see what's going on. So we've got the S curve sort of leading through the scene here. I don't know where I'm pointing my hands, to be honest. It's a bit awkward working back to front, but there you go. Lessons are being learnt all the time. So we've got the S curve of the waterfall running through the scene and just running off into the background there. And it's all in all a pleasant little scene. It's certainly no award winner, but it's nice enough to look at, so we'll take the shot. I'll throw it up on the screen in a sec. Okay guys, as you'll be able to see there, we are 1/6 of a second, f16. I've had to bump the ISO up to 640 because it's fairly dim in here today, to be honest. But I'm not really concerned about running the ISO up a bit. So we got the river running through from the right hand bottom corner of the scene all the way through the scene to the centre at the top. We've got some nice foliage still clinging to the greens on the left hand side, and a little bit of autumn colour in the red and brown leaves there. So we've got a 2-second timer set up, so we will take the shot. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Well within the histogram. I'll throw that up on screen for you now. Well, so far I haven't even made it to the spot where I found the dipper. I've been exploring, chatting to dog walkers, and making my way through the bog. We're getting closer, we're getting closer. Obviously it still doesn't mean there's going to be any guarantee of seeing the dipper, but we'll keep looking anyway. It's very quiet though. I love it when the forest's like this. Although the camera seems to be having a bit of bother trying to sort the exposure out when I walk between trees, so never mind. We'll keep walking, we'll keep looking. We are actually getting close to where I've seen the dipper in the past, so hopefully we'll see something. But I just had another crack at photographing the waterfall I made a hash of last time, so hopefully that turns out to be something as well. It was just a quick handheld shot just to see if I could make anything of it. So if it works out, it'll be on screen in a second. If not, then it'll never be anything. I'll bring you back, guys. Well, so far folks, the dipper has eluded me. I've made my way basically all the way as far upstream as I can go now, but I've just come across a scene that I just couldn't stop but photograph. It was you know, the sun's getting fallen on by leaves and all sorts at the moment, so but yeah, the sun's sort of breaking through the trees at the far end of the valley here. It is blowing out the highlights, but it's not really that much of a big deal because it's creating like a deep misty effect to the far distance of the valley. So I'll spin you around. I don't know if my phone camera is going to be able to cope with this, but here we go. So you can see the sun there back amongst the trees, right the way through there. So we've got the little river valley running through. Yeah, it's a pleasant little scene. I've taken a test exposure, but the sun's setting fairly quickly now, so the test exposure might be the real picture sort of thing, so we'll see how that goes, but you never know. I have taken another couple of pictures since, so you know, there might be some crossover between them that creates a nice picture. But yeah, all in all, not bad, not bad. So I'll show you what we're working with on the camera. So here we go folks. Like I say, it's quite a simple little scene. I am deliberately blowing the highlights out quite hard because, like I say, it's creating that sort of depth with that glow in the background. And I quite like it. So we got 1/30th of a second, f16 to get the depth of field that I wanted. Because I'm at f16, I've had to bump the ISO up to 800. Again, not really concerned with running the ISO quite high. Doesn't make too much difference to me. The pictures still look great at the end. So yeah, we'll call that the shot for now. As you can see, the sun is just breaking into the scene there, so what I think I'll do is punch that up to f22, bring the shutter back a touch, and that should give us a nice sun star. So let's see what that does. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think what we'll do is we'll bring the exposure down a touch. Excellent. So we've got a bit of a lens flare in there, but I don't really care. I could probably get rid of that with some poking my fingers into the scene and things like that, so I might give that a try now, but it's a bit difficult to do while I'm holding a camera and trying to shoot with a camera. So I'll put you down, and if that picture works out, you'll see it on screen in a sec. Well guys, once again the dip has evaded me, so we're going to make our way back to the car, get some dry shoes on, try and dry my feet out a bit. I am going back the way I came, optimistic beyond reason perhaps. You never know, we might see the dipper again. Well, we're almost back at the car. I didn't see the dipper, otherwise you'd have seen some pictures and videos by now. But as always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up. If you got any comments, leave them down below. I'll get back to you. Anything do you think I can improve? I'd love to hear it. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that subscribe bell. Whenever I bring new content out, you'll know about it. Anyway guys, before I fall down this bank in the mud, I'm going to sign off. Take care, and I'll see you again.